And just like that, baby, we officially live on the official Wydoe Podcast. And I got somebody I consider family, man. Gabriel Davis on the Wydoe Podcast.
My
How
God.
you feeling, bro?
Good.
How you feeling today?
Man, living life, staying busy.
Come on now. Now, we're going to dive into it. You do a lot, bro. I don't even know what to consider you at this point. A young cousin, a basketball hooper, philosopher, young entrepreneur, world traveler. What should I even call you? Or should I just call you Gabe?
You got it right.
Pretty much naming all of them?
Yeah, adding to it every day.
Where were you born? How old are you? We'll start there.
So I was born in Ottawa, Canada, 19 years old, just working.
Working now. Now, what sports do you play? Because, we can't go too in-depth. Yes, a legendary family, a lot of football players in the family. You chose another route. Can you describe what got you into sports and why are you a basketball player?
Yeah, so I chose basketball. My family didn't want me to go down that football route, get hurt,
Right.
That long-term health. So I chose basketball. Began that 6th grade, went until senior year of high school. Didn't work out with coaching. Chose the business route for college.
Right.
And I also do golf, jiu-jitsu,
Come on now.
all that type of stuff.
Anything you want, he's got. I just got into golf, bro. I just figured it out. Just found it.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Haven't figured out my handicap yet, but I'm trying, okay? I'm hitting the ball smooth. Mm-hmm. But before we go to business, brother, you did, as a basketball player, I kind of got in the game late. You, just like me, had a growth spurt late. Bro, he's taller than me now. Blew up out of nowhere, dunking. But can you talk about what it was like playing at the historic IMG Academy?
I loved it. It was basically like college. They prepared you very well, had your school in the morning, straight to practice afterwards, lift, optional session at the end. So it's 3 workouts a day, forces you to go to sleep early, stay focused. You're surrounded by a whole bunch of like-minded individuals.
Right.
I loved it, yeah.
And now, I think IMG is so great because not only do you have a collective of great coaches, great staff there for you, but all the players that you're playing with on the same team, levels of teams, are all there for the same reasons, trying to be just as good as you, get better. Do you think what's more important, the IMG players that you're with, the peers that you're there with, or the coaching staff and the people above you guys?
It's a combination of both, but I would say definitely teammates because you're spending more time with them. You can kind of keep each other in check, keep each other in line. Coaching staff was great as well, the best of the best. But yeah, you build that camaraderie with your teammates,
right? With the people you're coming up with. And now, so it's a little past 8:30 a.m. Good morning if you're waking up on this fine Monday. Gabe was in the gym early morning, 6:30 a.m. sharp. Can you go through your daily routine?
Daily routine, I'll say either wake up, depending on class. I pushed all my classes into the morning.
Yep.
Get done early. I'm also taking 6 classes instead of 5, so trying to stay ahead.
6 man, baby, no Drake. Let's go.
And so wake up 6 o'clock, maybe 7. Eat. Review anything that's due for class, anything I should study. I'm writing a book, so write down some notes for that.
Come on now.
Adding to my 10-year plan.
Right.
Things like that. Go through school, 2 or 3 classes in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Lift right after school's over. Eat, come back, work on everything I'm working on. And
Yeah.
Repeat.
Come on now. So he does a lot, bro. As you heard, golf, basketball, business, philosophy. Okay, whatever you want to do, Gabe's doing it. But I want to ask you, Gabe Davis, out of all the things you do, when do you feel most Gabriel Davis?
Throughout the whole day.
All of it.
All day. I never force myself through anything. I never go to places where I'm not supposed to be,
right.
Where I don't feel myself. I would say at all times.
At all times. I like, some people go, only when I'm here I feel myself. My dog said at all times of the day, I'm him.
Yep.
I respect
Got
that.
it.
Okay, now let's go for it. You're a traveler, bro, a world traveler. Shout out to your parents, shout out to your family, your mom. But let's go ahead and break it down. I believe it's 57 countries, unless you've added to the list. Is it still 57?
It's still 57.
57 countries, bro. I want to ask you, how much do you credit that to being to how humble you are. Because I feel like once people get out of the country, once they see other things, it really humbles you and lets you know how grateful you are to have what we have here. And how much did you get humbled seeing other things outside of the U.S.?
Yeah, I talk about this all the time, actually. I tell my parents almost every day, really. I'm also putting this into my book. Just traveling to less fortunate countries, the favelas in Brazil, Peru, all over, you name it. Seeing the way they live and then coming back, there's nothing to not be thankful for, nothing to grateful for everything. So we have it much better than everywhere, a lot of places around the world, and so I'm just grateful.
All the things that we take for granted. I want to ask, a lot of people, obviously as an American, you see over here what we got, cell phones. A lot of kids, that's the only way you can get them to calm down and be quiet, is a cell phone.
Right.
And you go outside the country, have you noticed kids, the youth, their happiness? Maybe, they have less, but have you noticed the difference between how happy the youth is and the kids are outside the country compared to here?
Yeah, a lot of times over there, you don't see them using technology, especially when you're eating.
Right.
Is a big thing. People nowadays just give their kids something to watch while they eat, have dinner. My mom always made it a priority, the parents both, never have phones or electronics at the table.
That's right.
That European tradition along with other countries and continents, but that's always been the way we move.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you want that time to be family time.
Yeah.
Not be pulled away from social media, because you can be in 15 different countries on your phone at one time, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
So shout out to my brother Chris Carter. He's a professional basketball player in Germany right now, and when he was on the show, he let me know how he was surprised when he moved to Germany and other countries how much they care about once they leave their house, their appearance. They have to dress up. You don't just walk out with some a jacket and some sweats to go to the grocery store. Have you noticed that outside the country, the apparel and the dressing up aspect?
Yeah, so my mom's from Slovakia, and so she always made it a priority for us to represent ourselves well. Wear collared shirts a lot of the times. I wear polos to school every day, even though I don't need to. I'm in college.
Right.
Things like that. And so the way you present yourself, another quote, you know how I do all these.
Oh, man,
these
you better
quotes.
check his Instagram, okay? Captions left and right.
The one I go by is dress how you want to be addressed. And so that's why I wear, glasses to school,
right.
slacks,
Always.
things like that, yeah.
Dress how you want to be addressed. I like that, bro. Signed and sealed. Sticking on the countries, I want to ask you a special Wydoe question. Out of all the countries that you've been to, if you could pick one off the top of your head, which one would you live in tomorrow, and which one would you hesitate to go back to?
That's a good one. Well, I'm a business guy, so
Right.
with zero tax, I would move to Dubai, the UAE.
Hey, shoot, taking over. You wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, I like that one. Hesitate to go back to. Nothing really stands out because it's all a great learning lesson.
Right.
I don't know. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't think I could pinpoint anyone.
No
for
way.
that. Yeah.
Because there's benefits in all of them. There might be
Yeah.
hardships in all of them, but
Yeah.
you're gonna find a gem in each one you go to. Now, I want to ask you. Okay, you're a youngin', man. I'm 29. You're 19 years old, brother. I got my boy. He's a rapper as well. Okay, we've been making music. What are your thoughts on the new age rappers, the new age of hip hop? Where are your music tastes? What are you listening to?
All over, everything. So, I like the old school, Frank Sinatra's,
Right.
Marvin
How you
Gaye's, yeah, Dean Martin.
Yes. The
then
Rat Pack, baby.
And then we bring it up into Tupac, Biggie, all those.
What about Lil Wayne? I'm a Lil Wayne guy.
I like Lil Wayne.
Okay,
I
okay,
came
I'll
up
take
on
it.
Lil
Okay.
Wayne, Chris Brown.
Let's go.
that little era.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, but these new age, I like it. They bring different sounds to it, different styles. It's more social media based, so you have to have a personality with it. But I definitely will attain to that old school.
Right. You're gonna stick to where we're at, where it came from. I like that, bro. 'Cause sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I go to Gabe's Instagram to figure out who these new guys are. If you posted them, if you're repping their quote in your caption, then they must be good. So, shout out to all the new guys. It's just taken me a long time to adjust and to catch up to them. It's the TikTok age. They care about a 10-second clip, where the Tupac was caring about a 10-track album.
Right.
So I got to adjust. Let's move right along, brother. After IMG, my brother got a damn college basketball scholarship to go play basketball. You attend the University of San Diego. Powder blue, as you see us in the background here.
Right.
What's that like? Can you speak about USD?
I love it. Yeah, I grew up on the East Coast down in Florida for most of my life. And so my parents lived out in California.
Mm-hmm.
Dad went to San Diego State University. My brother trained out there as well. So they gave that good note that the weather's perfect.
Right.
It's always sunny.
Right.
Hills, it's beautiful. So I wanted to try it out. I felt like if I didn't, I would have went to Miami. And so
Yeah.
if I didn't move out to San Diego, I don't think I would have moved out of the state of Florida.
Dang. You would have stayed here. And now, what's campus life like? I went to a smaller college to play basketball. I never went to a big time college like that. What's not so much basketball, not so much school. What's the campus life like?
So it's a private school, and so it's not as big, which is better for me.
Yeah.
Allows me to stay focused. But campus life, they have a lot of activities. I know all the people in the cafeteria.
Right.
Get hooked up. The gym is nice as well. Not as big as public schools, but it works. You can get it done. People there are cool. A lot of surfers out there, so I'm getting my eyes open to a lot of different things.
Can you stand up on a board?
Cannot.
Hey, we're getting there. Slow down now.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, Gabe. If you guys cannot notice, this is a 19-year-old man, like I said, in college, basketball, great head on his shoulders, multiple countries, businessman. Haven't heard a lot of issues with him. But I want to ask, because I know it's true, what are the sacrifices that you've had to make in the prime years of your life right now to be where you're at, where maybe your other peers aren't doing the same things?
Relationships. I know a lot of people, but I don't necessarily hang out with them. A lot of people, especially first year of college, it's making friends year,
right.
Networking. That's probably the main thing, but there's no regrets. I'm choosing the path I want to go down.
Right.
It's been working pretty well.
Right.
So I'll say that.
So you don't mind if, because let's not get it twisted. He definitely parties. He definitely has a great time with all the kids. But there's definitely nights where maybe your friends are out partying late night and you're in the gym or you're studying. Or do you ever have those moments where you're like, okay, I'm here, they're there, and I like where I'm at?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. I see it, weekly basis. People go out. I'll go out occasionally.
Right.
Never drink, never smoke.
Yep.
But yeah, I show up in that occasional.
Come on now. Some people need those things to have a good time. My brother said he's built like this. I love it. Let's go into cars, okay? You just, might have just got his dang license not too long ago, but the man has driven some great cars. Can we speak about your love for cars, nice cars, fast cars, and anything with four wheels?
Yeah, this is my forte right here. And so, I grew up, I slept in a Lightning McQueen bed since I can remember.
That's right.
Had a whole bunch of model cars. Recently, last year, I drove on the track for the first time down in Sebring, Florida.
Come on. What kind of car were you driving, Gabe? Let them know.
Corvette C8.
Come on now.
So, 495 horsepower.
Yes.
Love it, 2020. Then that summer for my 19th birthday, we went to Vegas, and so drove, the little C8 track day.
Yeah.
It was a little 2-day program. Then I went to drive Lamborghini Huracan STO. What else was there?
And what's it like getting in and out of those cars? A lot of people claim it's not as comfortable when you're a tall guy. Mm-hmm. Corvette, the Lamborghini, are they built for tall guys like us?
Once you're in, you can fit for sure. But, I do jiu-jitsu and stay flexible, things like that. So most people who don't do those things, you sit down butt first and then pull your feet in.
Yeah.
I kind of do both at the same time. But, yeah, it's not that bad. It hugs you. The bolsters are tight, so it's easy for me.
Now, okay, you've driven a lot of different cars. If there is one car that I could give you tomorrow, you get to take it for free, but you have to deal with all the problems and everything that comes with it.
Right.
What brand of car would you select?
Easy. It's going to be a 991.2 Porsche 911 GT2 RS.
Have you driven it before?
I have.
Wow. What's the difference there between the Corvette or the Lamborghini?
So this one, I believe, was 710 horsepower, rear wheel drive.
Big wheels in the back.
Big wheels, wing on it and everything, bucket seats. But Porsches, they just drive different. They handle different. So that's going to be my go-to.
What's the slowest car you've probably drove?
Maybe the one I have outside, the rental.
One of the official Wydoe questions. Okay, Gabe, if you stuck on an island for 1 month and can only listen to 3 artists, who would they be?
Only 3. Let's go Rod Wave.
Okay.
Frank Sinatra.
How you doing? Fly me to the moon.
Mm-hmm. This is a tough one.
You're on an island, brother. Coconuts, iguanas, it's just you.
Maybe some island music.
The island thing.
Maybe some Niger music.
Ooh.
Whoever in the Niger music.
I like that 3. Now, you might be the youngest person I've ever asked this question to, okay? As somebody that's looking forward in life, maybe one day I'll find one. To you, Gabe Davis, what is love?
It's a tough question. I would say somebody who pushes you, somebody who brings the best out of you, not afraid to be yourself at all times. You have that long-term mind and goal.
Yep.
Never thinking short-term, or at least keeping that to a minimum. Something very hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that.
So now, if we were to go back 5 years ago, okay, Gabe was a little bit shorter, afro a little bit thicker. If you were to go 5 years ago and tell young Gabe where you're at, what you're doing right now, would you have believed it?
I also thought about this one. This is good. 5 years ago, probably not. But now, if you tell myself what I will be in the future, I can see that.
You got it. You got the plan.
I developed this mindset, senior year, freshman year of college. So now I would say I would believe it.
You're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you've done a little teaching. Okay. While you're overseas, you became a little teacher, bro. Had a class full of students. Did you like that? Did you like the teaching aspect?
I loved it. Teaching kids English who barely spoke anything.
Right.
Just bringing me back to when I was in, elementary school, middle school, just seeing how they lived. They all had the same shirts on, same clothes on.
Right.
Middle of nowhere. We rode bikes for 30 minutes to just get out there.
Yeah.
And so you see these little favelas or little towns. They have chickens outside, cows outside, just in their front yard. And so that was an amazing experience. Probably top 3 ever.
Right. And a lot of people here, we dread learning. We dread class. Oh, man, I got to go to class, got to learn. To them, that's like an activity that you look forward to,
right,
to get away from what's going on in real life.
Right.
Another special Wydoe question I'll bend for you. If I could offer you tomorrow an additional 5,000 Instagram followers or the chance to teach 500 kids live, which would you take?
That's an easy answer. Second one for sure. Yeah, social media is, it's not real life.
Right.
And so teaching, especially the things I know now, and I'm still young, so a lot more to go, but especially the things I know now, teaching kids who don't know or trying to get on that right path, things I looked up to whenever I was going through, youth camps and
right,
things like that, having my dad as an example.
That's right.
Yeah, I would definitely go back and teach kids.
Come on.
Love that.
So now, can you speak on your big brother, Noor? Obviously, former NFL player, college football player, Stanford U, involved in college right now, Big Ten. What has Noor meant to you, and what's it like having somebody to look up to like that?
I'm going to try to give you a quote here.
Let's hear it now.
A smart man is someone who learns from your mistakes, and a man who learns from other people's mistakes is considered a genius.
That's right.
And so Noor has allowed me to go through that college process with him, that pro process with him, the business process, and so he's been that stepping stone for me. And so going through, getting connections through him, learning how living on your own works.
Right.
He's meant a lot.
Hey, I could tell that, man. Shout out to Noor. And what advice do you have on him, of growing his hair out? Getting the afro back. You got any advice on that one?
Yeah,
And what's it like for you, before I get to your pops, man? What's it like having a family like yours that's so influential, that's so, powerful, respected? Is it hard for you to have the pressure as the young kid in that family, or do you love it?
I love the pressure. Pressure is healthy. There's always a good balance between healthy and unhealthy pressure. A lot of people stress out with college, pushing things to the last minute. I try to stay ahead, get it done, so I'm not stressed. But then that long term is where I like that healthy pressure,
Right.
And they've provided that. My dad, master's degree. Mom has 2.
Right.
My brother's getting his law degree, so he'll have 3. And so I've made that plan to get 4.
Right.
And so
4 for 4.
Yeah, 2 undergrad, 2 masters, law and MBA. And so they've created that mindset, that goal that I'm trying to get better.
Right.
He went to Stanford, and so my goal is to get to Harvard.
Yeah.
And so
Well, enough of them.
yeah, and that didn't go through, so now I got to figure out a different way, get into
Wow.
that business aspect.
Wow. And now I look at your dad as one of my mentors, man. I get texts all the time randomly, and it blows my mind. Someone like that reaching out to someone like me, it really motivates and inspires me. So what is it like as the son of Chris Davis? What do you get? If I get texts, I can only imagine what you get. What's it like having him as a dad? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, ever since I was little, he would bring me through. He was in the FBI, and so he would bring me through all his meetings, his speeches. I get to see all these amazing places I would never get to go to, embassies.
Yep.
And then into the corporate world, got to meet Michael Jordan through him.
Right.
Whole bunch of NBA players, things like that. And so, as a young kid, I never tried to take it for granted. That was very special. And so, on the daily, family group chat texts, checking in, we always keep each other updated. We're going to build a business together,
Yep.
use his knowledge, use my business background. And so,
Right.
It's been a great combination.
Gotta love that, bro. And do they still, I know your dad and your mom used to have I believe Thursday night date night, every Thursday no matter what. To me, that is awesome, because someone that's as busy as family as you guys, your mom's all over, your dad's all over, but they always manage to find one night to gather with themselves and get family together, have a nice dinner. Is that something that they've instilled in you, the family aspect?
Always. One thing my dad sent yesterday in the group chat is when Bronny, LeBron James' son,
Yeah.
he gave his whole family a hug after their game. And so under the light of scrutiny, he's not afraid to show affection for his family. And so that's something that my dad instilled ever since we were little. No matter who's watching, there's always time to give your family a hug.
Right.
Everything's a priority, and so family is always first.
That's who mean the most, the family, everything close to you, that's love, man. Gabe, 2023, what can we look forward to you this year?
Continuing to grow my mindset. We're studying in Italy for the summer. I'm looking into the modeling, real estate in the fall, and then just growing from there. 2024, I'm studying in Italy full time.
Right.
Trying to learn Italian like my dad, and so
Come on,
we're gonna keep it global.
Keep it global. Now, are you looking for a girl? Are you looking for love? Is that something you're not rushing into? You got to beat them off with a stick left and right? Talk to us, Gabe.
Not yet. I don't have, that can come. It'll find itself. That's something not really you can find. It just comes when time's right.
That's right.
So that's something I figured out last year. And so I spent that time trying to develop myself, develop my skills,
Right.
Bettering my status, my connections, things like that. And so when the time's right, it'll come.
When the time's right, it'll come. Now, last thing before I get out of here, a little funny question, bro. I asked a lot of my boys some 5th grade trivia questions. Okay, been a long time since we've been in 5th grade, brother. Gabe Davis, you ready?
Let's go.
What is the center of a cell?
Nucleus.
Oh, we got it on point, first try. Gabe Davis, what is the strongest bone in your body?
Femur.
Oh, that boy Gabe Davis is 2 for 2, baby. I'm gonna ask you a hard one, but you've been to so many you might know. Can you name me 3 countries that have 3 A's in their name?
Argentina. 3 A's.
3 A's.
3 A's. Okay. Oh, 3 A's. Not starting with the A.
United States of America. I always gave them that one. That's one.
Okay. Canada.
Canada 2. This is for you boys at home, just so you know that Gabe didn't kill you in the contest. Okay, he's struggling just like y'all, like we were, I should say. United
Arab Emirates.
Ooh, he's got one. Bahamas. There's a lot that I'm like, when you see the list, it's like, dang, why didn't I think of that? Australia.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them.
These are good.
Gabe, what color is the moon?
Moon?
It was yellow?
Yeah. You know what color the moon is?
It's definitely not white, is it? Black?
The moon is black.
Gray.
This man's a genius. I had one of my smart friends tell me yellow, black. He didn't know what color that thing was. I'm glad you understand and agree with me that it is gray. Yeah. So we'll go with that. The moon is gray, okay? And the last trivia question. If you get this one, brother, this might have to become your show, okay? You're just too smart for the dang show. Gabe Davis, what comes down but never goes up?
You got riddles, huh?
I got this one right, so I keep bringing it back up. I got it right pretty quick. And let's get it.
Rain.
Let it rain. Turn it up. Well, I appreciate you, dog, man.
Yeah,
if y'all didn't know, this is the official Wydoe Podcast. This is officially Gabriel Davis, man. Any last words before I let you get out of here and you go catch a flight to get back to the West Coast?
Keep it simple. Be great.
Keep it simple. Be great. Any other quotes, go check his IG in the captions. It's the man, philosophical poet, Gabe Davis. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.